Hey everybody, it's Dalton. It's out here in the backyard. It's just a beautiful October day. I do enjoy this kind of weather. In fact, I should be out fishing. This time of year, I don't get as much fishing in. I typically get out about once a week, where other times of the year I go out 2 or 3 times a week. So I'm going to try to get out there tomorrow, and then next week I'm not going to be able to fish at all. So just a lot going on. So I do get a lot of questions about equipment, what kind of equipment I use. Recently got a question of, my spinning rod and reel, what's my preference. So after Okuma eliminated the EVX line of rods, I had to find a replacement. And I'm rather pleased with these. This is a Daiwa Tatula, but it's called an XT. The Daiwa Tatula XT. Now this one right here, and most of my spinning rods are going to be this. This is a 7-foot medium action. I like a lot of parabolic bend. I'm only using, sometimes 6, 8 to 10 pound tests. So I definitely want a lot of parabolic bend. My reel of choice is a Daiwa Fago, and this is a 2500. And I really, really like this reel. And what I've got as far as a lure right now, so sometimes these fish, this time of year, will get up on points in shallow water. And a lot of the bait fish out there is really tiny right now. So I like this little square bill. This is a little Strike King 1.0 square bill. It's got a black back and pretty much all chartreuse. So what winds up happening is I'm going to get their attention with that. And I've caught a lot of fish in shallow water with those little bitty square bills. Another thing, just a quick reminder of something I've talked about before on a video. I like the color red as we start to come into this time of year, into the winter, as the water begins to cool down. I think red is just an excellent color. Now there are times the water clarity isn't good enough. Now if it starts getting muddy out there or really stained, then I'm going to go with black and blue, June bug, something very dark. So the other day I just poured me some 5-inch stick baits in Morning Dawn Red Flake. Now what I like to do with these, and just real quick, I don't sell stick baits. The reason being, the mold that I have for these is really old, hard to work with. The stick baits don't always come out the way I want them to come out, even though it doesn't bother the fish. If I do wind up selling stick baits, I'm going to have to get some different molds. That might be later on. Right now I'm not really too concerned about that. You can find these colors of stick baits in multiple brands. What I like to do with these is I like to take typically 12 to 15 pound test, put a little 16th, 8th, or 3/16 ounce tungsten weight on, and I like to throw it into the rocks. So as the water begins to rise because of rains, those bass sometimes will get in those rocks. I don't know if there's crawdads in there, I don't know what's going on, but they will get in those rocks on those bluff walls, and I will get that bait down in there, and I've had some good success catching some good quality fish that way. So just something to keep in mind as we get into the wintertime out at Lake Nacimiento, San Antonio, your lake. If it's got rock, a Texas rig worm is an outstanding way to get them inside those rocks. Well, I appreciate you all as always. I hope you enjoyed this video. Very happy with the Tatula rods, and my wife loves them too. We'll talk to you next time.